So, Lavesh, we begin with your brief introduction to the panel.
So my name is Lavesh. I was born in Mahu near Indore. I have done my graduation in law from National Law University, Delhi. My hobbies and interests include solving world atlas quizzes, doing calisthenics, and reading non-fiction books.
So, Lavesh, you are from Indore.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me, more than 10 years have passed. How do you assess the success of Swachhata Abhiyan in the country?
Uh, so it was started really well, and it has been successful in most of the cities in India, especially when it comes to cities like Indore, Surat, and Navi Mumbai. However, I have noticed that even the cleanest city, let's say for example, say Indore, has witnessed the degrading of cleanliness level recently. Sir, my recent visit have to Indore made me realize that the places like
Indore, Lavesh, that is why I asked you this question. Indore is an exception.
yes, sir.
What about the rest of the country? You are going to be in civil service, not confined to Indore. So, what is
Sir,
your assessment about overall?
sir, I think, sir, overall the municipalities of the various cities have lacking on the aspect of the approach and strategy which they are following. Sir, with respect to the cities like Indore, Surat, and Navi Mumbai were successful because of their planning according to local needs and the local requirements.
Yogesh,
But I
tell
think,
me, you are a lawman. Do you
yes,
think
sir.
that 11 years have passed? Now it's high time that some penalty is imposed on those who are not following the protocol?
Yes, sir. I do believe that some penalties and some forms of incentives can work
Sure.
to speed up the process. As sir, some yes, sir.
Yeah. So we'll go to another question. I have understood your
Okay.
point. So,
Yes.
Lavesh, you are from Madhya Pradesh. Now, tell me, Madhya Pradesh has got a lot of tribal population.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you think the tribal population of Madhya Pradesh is in any way affecting the economic growth of the state?
Yes, sir. The tribal population in Madhya Pradesh constitute around 21% of the Madhya Pradesh population, and I find that, sir, it is leading to economic backwardness because the tribals customs and the traditions and the traditional knowledge which they have, it's not optimally utilized in the MP, and the regions like for example, sir, Alirajpur, Dhar, and the Malwa region in which they are highly populated. These regions are backward with respect to infrastructure development and overall development. So there is a need to focus more on the inclusive development part so that the tribal knowledge which they have that can be utilized and turned into the economic opportunities for the state overall.
All right, good. Lavesh, the Union Cabinet of India has taken some very landmark decisions in the last 3, 4 days. Can you recall one or two or three? If you don't have any clue, don't spend time.
So,
I will raise the
Sir,
point.
one I can recall is the direction given by the Ministry of Home Affairs, where it has directed the local authorities to release the untried prisoners who have been detained for more than one half or one third of the maximum punishment. This was the recent directive.
No, no. Let's talk about. I'll mention one is about the FG Narega scheme.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
That is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Uh, the government has proposed some changes in it, and the bill is proposed. Firstly, the name of the scheme has been changed, in which it is proposing that Viksit Bharat Gramin
Okay.
Rozgar Yojana. And
And how many they have increased the number of days also?
yes, earlier in the Manrega there were 100 days guaranteed employment, but now it is shifting towards 125 days.
So tell me, Lavesh, by making it 125 days, does it convey that the poverty in India is increasing rather than decreasing?
Uh, Sir, that I think would require more of a data analysis to say. But sir, one thing is sure that sir, employment is something that is a problem in India. If the number of days are increased by 25 days, that shows that the
But this
unskilled and
is for the
semi-skilled. Yes, sir.
Narega is for employment for the poor people.
Yes, sir.
So employment part is good. That point is well taken. So anyway, let me now come to law. Now, the Chief Justice of India, who has joined recently, has made a statement that I would not have any problem in reviving and hearing on NJEC again.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you think at this point in time, earlier the Parliament had unanimously approved NJEC, but at this stage, you think all the parties will agree on NJEC when there are several allegations against the ruling government party that they are, you know, they want to capture the institutions? What do you say?
Yes, sir, that would be a challenge because the opposition parties are contesting that the many of the bodies and especially the judiciary is being biased with respect to some judgments. For example, the presidential reference, 16th presidential reference. So I think getting a unanimous opinion in the parliament would be a difficult with
All
respect to NJAC.
all right. My last question, very quick answer. You think that uniform civil code could be a success in Madhya Pradesh?
Yes, sir, it could be a success in Madhya Pradesh. However, sir, it should not be a uniform law. Rather, it should be based on core principles of gender equality rule of law, rather than having a normal. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Lavesh. I pass on to Mr. Vishnu. He will ask you the next set of questions.
Right.
Nice meeting you, Lavish. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Uh, so, Indian Foreign Service is your first preference, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Why so? What is the reason behind it?
Uh, Sir, for me, all the services were equal, but I chose IFS as my first preference because inside me, a sports person is there who wanted to represent India at the global platform and in the country. So that aspect I kept in mind and has motivated me to choose IFS as my first preference. Apart from that, sir, in my college, I have studied law. I have a keen interest in the international law and understand the negotiation and the policy making part quite. So I find that IFS is something which I preferred as my first preference.
So, you're a law graduate. Tell me how the sedition was there in Indian Penal Code earlier and now. What are the differences with respect to sedition?
Sir, earlier in the Indian Penal Code, Section 124A defined for the sedition. In that, anything said against the state which the state finds that it can lead to violent act was seditious per se. But under the new BNS, that is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, Section 152 provides for that. But however, the definition of sedition is not adopted, nor the word sedition is mentioned under Section 152, but the definition which is provided under Section 152 is broader than the previous. It includes words like sovereignty, integrity, unity, and other words. So it broadens the scope for the sedition per se. However, sedition is not explicitly mentioned in BNS, sir.
What are the issues which are happening around Ladakh? What are those?
Uh, Sir, the first issue which comes to my mind is that the demand for statehood, the large people are demanding for the statehood. Second, they are demanding that the state should be included in the sixth schedule. Uh, Thirdly, sir, the issues related to employment, infrastructure development, as Ladakh lacks on this front. Uh, Sir, these are the issues which I can think of right now.
You are a boxing championship. If I need to make you as secretary to sports and secretary to social empowerment, what you choose?
So I would choose social empowerment, sir.
Why?
Sir, coming from a law background, I understand what the social issues are more closely, and I have deal with people, and so I can understand the grievances and address them better. With respect to boxing, I can utilize that aspect in the social empowerment also. For example, sir, the women can be taught how to self-defense themselves in a crisis situation or when an attacker attacks them. In this way, I can use my boxing skills also in social empowerment of women and youth and to making specially discipline the youth people.
See, in spite of so many efforts from the government, you know that we are unable to perform better in Olympics as well as several other sports events. What might be the reason behind it? If we give opportunity to you, what are all the reforms you bring in sports sector?
So the first reform which I would go for is the infrastructure development. The infrastructure which is there right now for almost all the sports are located in the major cities. For example, if one wants to pursue boxing seriously as a career, then he or she has to move Haryana, Punjab, or Delhi, because these are the locations where the serious trainers and coaches are there who are skilled in that field. Secondly, sir, this infrastructure setups can be located in the state in 2 or 3 major cities, and that way it can develop, so it can lead to more inclusive sports society. uh, Thirdly, sir, there is lack of focus on the scientific training which the western countries are more focusing upon. So this can be followed in India also, because we rely more on the traditional aspect in majority of the sport. For example, wrestling. Even in wrestling, we have a tradition of age old wrestling, but in the Olympics we have only one silver, the highest medal in wrestling. Lastly, sir, I think that the role of women is something which is missing in the sports. Right now, the women are outperforming in various sports, but it is recently now, and it is time that women should be diversified to the various sports. Also, sir, there is one thing which I consider, that in many of the sports, not adequate attention is given. For example, in India, cricket is the majority attention seeker, which under which majority of the sports get hidden. For example, sir, there is tennis, there is boxing, there is badminton. So this thing we need to work upon. In that way, sir, we can improve sports overall in India.
Messi visited India. Whether any impact we are going to observe?
Uh, Sir, I personally believe that many of the celebrities have earlier also visited India, and Messi recently is visited will have a short-term impact rather than a long-term impact, because recently a statement was given by the Indian football coach, who has said that we spent 150 crores on bringing Messi to India. Rather, we should have utilized that 150 crores in developing the infrastructure facilities for the football teams and for training of the footballers in India. That could have resulted in better results. So I think that aspect we should keep in mind. If we do not have the infrastructure facilities, even if we bring Messi to India, we are not going to see results in the near future. For that, we have to work on the ground realities.
So, my final question to you, as you are a law graduate, what is the difference between advocate, pleader, and lawyer?
Sir, firstly, a lawyer is a one who has done a law degree from a law college. A pleader can be both, sir. A pleader can be a lawyer and advocate. A pleader is someone who pleads before a judge. A judge it can be in the moot court, where in the law college where the lawyer is pleading, or it can be in the court where the advocates are pleading before the judge. An advocate is someone who has done his law degree from a law college and has enrolled in a state bar council in any state.
Sir, Vinus, sir.
Lavesh,
Yes, sir.
Honorable Prime Minister of India was away to some country. Do you know which country he was in day before yesterday?
So the recent country I can recall is Jordan, sir.
Jordan. So, how is West Asia important for India at this point in time?
Sir, West Asia is really important for India from majority of the perspectives. Firstly, for the economic perspective, sir, we import oil from majority of the West Asia only, the countries like Saudi Arabia, Oman. Secondly, sir, some of our military supplies come from countries like Israel. So that is also one part. Uh, Thirdly, sir, India has a stake in peacekeeping forces in the United Nations. So India is one of the largest contributor in that part. And we have employed earlier also and during the Israel-Palestine conflict also, sir, if I am correct to recall, our peacekeeping forces were there. Uh, uh,
So coming to the oil part that you mentioned, partly,
yes, sir.
uh, we are importing almost 36% of our requirements from Russia.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
in light of the pressure that US is building, number one, number two, in light of the fact that we should not put all eggs in one basket, do you think that it's time that we reduce the share of Russia?
No, sir, I do not believe that we should reduce the share of Russia. Sir, Russia and Indian relations have very long in history if you go back. And firstly, sir, national interest is something on which no state compromises, and India also does it. Uh, India buys Russian oil, but it is at very low cost, sir. That was a statement given by the government. So that is not hampering per se the economics of the Russian government. And also, sir, we have able to balance the USA sanctions, not sanctions, sir, but the pressure which the USA has been building on India with managing it. So recently, we have been able to crack the deal of missiles with USA by buying their liquid natural gas. So, in that way, we are able to maintain our relationship with the USA also and keeping our national interest as a top priority.